Hi guys, it's your girl Jacqueline and I'm back with another YouTube video. If today happens to be your first time watching my YouTube video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If today's not your first time and you still haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Now let's get into today's video. Now in today's video, I'll be talking about tips that help me pass my F1 visa interview on the first try. I'll divide this video into two sections. I'll talk about what you should do before your interview and I'll talk about what you should do on the day of your interview. Now let's get into this video. Now, before the interview, the first thing I suggest you do is you join an F1 visa WhatsApp or Telegram group. It can be any other social media platform. It doesn't necessarily need to be WhatsApp or Telegram, but any other social media platform that will give you a chance to form an F1 visa interview group. If you have friends that are going for F1 visa interviews, you can join groups. You can form groups with them. But if you know other groups that you can join these groups. These groups help in a way that, first of all, it helps you hear people's experiences. It helps you know whether they pass, whether they fail, and then you can learn from those experiences so that you know what to do and what not to do. Number two, it helps you get prepared. If you need to get certain documents, if you need to pay this certain amount of fee before you even get a date, all the preparations that go on in preparing for your F1 visa interview, it keeps you informed because you are hearing people saying, even if it's something you've done or you are hearing people ask for help, you are hearing other people's responses to their request for help. So you're just learning, just to make sure, because the goal is to pass once and for all. Like, let's just get it done, hey, today why let's just get it done. So it gives you an opportunity to hear other people's perspectives and learn from them. Number two, you will get sample questions from the WhatsApp groups or any other social media platform group you join, and then you can also get sample questions from Google or YouTube, you understand. But getting those questions is not the end. The next step is drafting responses to those questions you obtain. Draft responses. Okay, so if I'm asked this question, how am I going to frame my response? Because sometimes you think, oh, when they ask me this question, I know what I'll say. I'll just say this and this. But when it gets there, you realize that you now have to think. And most of these interviews are short. Like, for my interview, I don't think I spent up to 2 minutes. So you need to be able to think of something up, like of something quickly. So you have to draft sample responses. Number three, get your documents ready. I'll put pictures of what you should get ready here. Now, when you go to the F1 visa page, they give you certain documents you should bring, However, the list is not complete in a sense that there may be certain things they may ask for that are not on those lists. So I'll provide another list. This list is specifically beneficial if you're in West Africa. But there are certain things you can take from it, even if you're not in West Africa, because there's a certain exam we write that most people don't write. So that's why. But you can still look at it because it will be very painful to go for an interview, and what stops you from getting what you want is you didn't bring maybe your birth certificate or you didn't bring a transcript, like certain petty documents, and it's not based on your inability to answer their questions. It's based on your documents you didn't bring. So you want to make sure everything is there. So that's what the groups also help you get. You can make sure you prepare your documents. You can ask people, what did you send? What should I send? Those kind of things. So get your documents ready. Number four, this is very, very, very important to your interview. You must make sure your source of funding is secured. If your source of you must make sure your source of funding is secured. It's very, 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 very important. If you're going to be funding your studies yourself, you should make sure you have enough money to prove that you can fund it yourself. It is important. If you are going on a scholarship or an assistantship, then you're fine. Your funding will be on your I-20. But if you are not, you need to show bank statements proving that you can pay for your studies. So make sure that is secured. Make sure that is ready before you go for your interview. Number five, practice. I'm not saying memorize your answers, but you need to practice. It's like going for a presentation. You practice what you want to say so that your train of thoughts are ready. You understand? It's not when they ask you, be like, nah. You should be ready, like, because you have practiced. Practice. Look at yourself in the mirror and practice. If they ask me this question, what would I say? Practice. That's where drafting the sample and your answers to the sample questions matters. All right, now let's get into what you should do on the day of the interview. All right, now on the day of the interview, the first thing you should do, cross-check your documents again. I say my interview Before my interview day, I cross-check my documents consistently for like a week. Every day I'm checking, is something missing, is everything there, is everything. I check the list, do I have everything? I make sure I bring it out of my folder, and I bring it and I check, is everything there? Oh, and then when you're going for your interview, go with a folder. See, I went without a folder. Oh no, I went with a folder, but I was not transparent. I don't know if that matters. I think it matters. So I had to buy a folder that I'll buy for like a cheap price. The man, because he knows you are like you don't have any other alternatives, so they will increase the price. So go with the transparent folder. That's by the way. Right. So make sure you cross-check all your documents. Make sure they are ready. All right, number 2. Dress decently. Initially, I was thinking that do I have to dress formally? Do I have to wear suits? Do I have to wear skirts? Like, because I don't really like skirts. Like, yeah. But no, you just need to be decent. So I just wore a top, bell jeans, and sneakers. You just need to be decent. Wear full shoes. Don't go and wear flip-flops. I shouldn't tell you not to wear flip-flops. You should be decently dressed. Because I had a friend, he wore a t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers, and it was fine. So you don't need to wear anything extravagant. You don't have to go and wear a suit. If you want to, that's a different ball game. If you want to, you can go ahead. But just wear something you are comfortable in. You go everyday clothes. That's fine. As long as you are decently dressed. Number 3. Be confident. I will not say don't be nervous, because I can't tell you that, because I mean it's a very it's a life-changing decision. It's the step that you need that would help you continue your desire to further your education. So it's a very important interview, but I need you to look beyond your nervousness and calm down and be confident. Be confident in your ability to respond to the questions, because you're going to tell them what you are going to do. You're going to learn. There's nothing wrong with that. So you just let them know that this is what you want to do. So I need you to calm down on that day. You can still be nervous, but once you start, it's the interview. Because I remember the day before my interview, I said it in my previous video, my heart was pounding. Like, but on the day of the interview, I was calm. When they started asking me the questions, I was just responding. I'm like, okay, so this is it. But like, there's so much anxiety, because if it goes wrongly, you can delay a lot of things. But don't think about that. Just be calm, be confident in your ability, that you've prepared. You've drafted sample answers to questions they may ask you. You've practiced. Even if the question that you are asked, you didn't practice for that, you are confident in your ability to think on the spot. You understand? So be confident. Last but not least, do not lie. If they are asking you a question, they probably have the answers to it. So don't lie, because if you lie, it gives a wrong impression, or it doesn't give a nice impression about you. Because if you're lying, do they really want to in their country? Exactly. So don't lie. I hope these tips help. Okay, so now people have been asking me what questions I was asked when I went for my F1 visa interview, because I did say I'll mention the questions. I was asked only 2 questions. The first question I was asked is, what are you going to do in the US? And the second question I was asked was if I had anyone in the US. So you just give answers to it. You understand? Let me know in the comment section if you would want me to draft some sample questions that you might possibly be asked and give you some sample answers. Let me know. I hope this video helps you, everyone, or helps you if you are going for your F1 visa interview. And I wish you all the best. I know you will succeed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button still if you haven't. And don't forget to like, comment, share this video. Tell a friend to tell another friend that OD has released another video. I love you guys. Bye.